Well, your impression, first fall camp practice, what was that like today? Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely very awesome. It was a long time coming. I've been committed for a long time, and I'm so excited to get up here this summer, and so I've definitely been prepared for it. The offense is really fast-paced. I realized that today, but it was a great time.
Is that the most eye-opening thing?
Probably, yeah, because I've been getting the plays down well, but then we get out there, and I'm getting the call, and I got to be a lot quicker once we are actually on the field.
Was it like adjusting to that?
How was it?
How is it adjusting to that fast pace?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, like you said, eye-opening at first, but I think, I'll be a lot better tomorrow and a lot better the next day.
How was your first practice with Rodney Garner?
It was what I expected. I've worked with him a lot, and, it was definitely tough, but, it all comes from love, and he wants you to be a better player, so it was good.
Carson, I'm sure you looked around when all these other guys were going through early enrollees and going through spring practice and probably wished you were up here. But I mean, how much did you looking back on it, appreciate that last kind of 4 or 5 months with your buddies?
I definitely appreciate it. There's pros and cons to both sides of it, but I'm definitely glad I got to spend that time with those guys because I've been at Macaulay for 7 years and grown up with these guys, so it was definitely, I think, worth it to stay and compete.
What's it like working in such a deep defensive line room right now? I guess double-edged sword. On one hand, it might be tough to get out there early, but on the other hand, a lot of guys to learn from.
Yeah, no, definitely. I really think about that second option more. There's a lot I can learn from. There's a ton of great older players. We have a guy that's going to go very early in the draft next year. Like, we have some fantastic players, and it's just a great opportunity for me to come in and learn from them for sure.
Several freshmen on the defensive line did come in June. They didn't do that early enrolled, didn't get that experience in bowl games in the spring. How great is it that you guys get that chance to come in together and you don't feel like you're behind everyone as a freshman?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty great, but, we had opportunities to, meet and before I actually got here to, get the plays down a little bit. And so there was that, but, I mean, it was definitely good to be able to come in and not be a lone wolf,
What do you see as your positional future kind of long-term there up front? Is there something you're targeting, or is there a plan for that, or is it just kind of wait to see how you grow?
I mean, you definitely have to see how I'll grow, but right now it's strong side defensive end because right now about 258, trying to get up to about 265.
Being a guy that's from Tennessee, from the Chattanooga area, just when was the first time you knew that Tennessee, you would want to come here?
I mean, I definitely always knew that I would want to be here, but I didn't know if it was going to be my best option or, the best place for me. But when this new coaching staff came in, I was pretty quick to, learn that this would be home for me.
How much exposure had you had to the program? Like, had you been to Tennessee games as a kid or anything like that?
I didn't come as a kid, but I came to a couple of my older brothers who were getting recruited by UT, who are at Harvard now. But I had a lot of exposure. I was always watching on Saturdays, and I throughout my recruiting, I was coming to all the games, coming to spring practice, coming to camps even after I was committed. So I've had a lot of experience here.
What has the family's reaction been to you being here, being pretty local?
I mean, they definitely love that I'm just a drive away. I can come home on a weekend and play golf with my dad if I wanted to, but they definitely love that I'm closer, yeah.
Is there any particular veteran who's kind of taken you under his wing to show you the ropes so far?
I mean, it's really just been all of them. I mean, there's no guy that's not willing to, coach me up or help me. I mean, James Pierce has helped me out. Dom has helped me out. Tyree West, Nathan Robinson, Josh. I mean, it's just pretty much every guy has.
What's it like going to work with those kinds of guys?
I mean, it's just great. That's the type of team that will win championships. Where they're willing to coach up the younger guys and carry the culture on, that sort of stuff.
Being from a football family, your brother's at Harvard and then your dad playing at MTSU, how much did they fuel your growth growing up, just it being all around surrounding you?
I mean, they definitely, it kind of set me on this path. I remember especially during COVID, that was like 8th grade year going into freshman, we're all just at my house and we're just working out all the time. And I got my older brothers who were, already committed and stuff like that. So they're helping me work out. And so it's definitely, put me on the right track.
With a couple of siblings who went to Ivy League schools, I mean, was there never pressure from you to kind of follow on that track?
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of pressure, and for a time I thought I might go to Stanford or I might try to go to Harvard, but I definitely thought if I want to go on the football route, I think Tennessee would be the perfect spot. And every time I came here, it just felt like the perfect place for me.
You talk about it being like the perfect place. Has it really just exceeded your expectations?
I mean, it has, yeah. Ever since I got here, there's moments where I'm like, oh, I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss my little brother. But I mean, it's felt like home. There hasn't been a second where I feel out of place.
Like you said, you were committed for such a long time. Have you thought about, after all that time waiting, what it's going to be like to go out for the first game and run through the tee and all that?
I mean, I've been itching just to get to that moment. I can't wait to run through that tee.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Carson.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it.